What is going on, my beautiful friends? Thank you for joining me on another edition of Trail Talks. I am very excited to share this trail center with you today. We are going to Alberta. We are going to West Bragg Creek, the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, Kananaskis country. This is a chapter out of my book, The Best Mountain Bike Trails in Canada, available now on Amazon for all the best mountain bike trails in one place. Yes, they are. Anyways, my friends, for those of you who have never been to Bragg Creek, this is one of the coolest towns in Alberta. This is a place where the motorcycles meet. This is a place that has some of the most delicious pizza in all of Alberta. Yes, it is. But we are not here to talk about motorcycles and pizza, are we? We are here to talk about the brilliant trails at West Bragg Creek. Yes, we do. Anyways, my friends, once you reach this massive parking lot at West Bragg Creek, there is usually two amazing rides you can do with various other trails branching off of those two main trails. Now, most of you are probably going to want to start on Bragging Rights and make your way to Merlin View, which is probably the most popular epic in the area, Merlin View. Anyways, Bragging Rights, it's mostly a climb up to Merlin View, but you know what? It's actually a pretty fun climb. There is some small descents on your climb, but you just got to go that way on the way back anyway. So all that you've climbed, you're going to be bombing down on the way back. It is a two-way trail that can get quite busy, so do mind your speed as you're bombing down Bragging Rights. This is your typical style Bragg Creek trail. Lots of roots, lots of rocks, lots of fun, which, you know, a lot of these trails have that, with some more flowy options like the next one coming up, Merlin View. Now, Merlin View is your classic Bragg Creek trail. And let me tell you this one is more flowy than you will find than a lot of other trails at Bragg Creek. And my God, you can get up to absolute warp speeds on this trail. I remember when I had just come over from Ontario, that's typically one of the first rides that I do, and I had not been that fast in a while. So you can absolutely get up to warp speeds on this trail, and it is very important that you ride this trail counterclockwise. That is the absolute way to do it. Don't do it the other way. You're going to be encountering high speed bikes coming your way, so make sure you ride this one counterclockwise. Not many features on Merlin View, a few little bumps and maybe a tabletop jump or two, but this one is all about the flat out speed, and I believe it is 6-something kilometers, so it is a long one. Also got some wicked viewpoints up there before you actually hop on there. This place is full of wicked viewpoints everywhere, so make sure you enjoy the views before you go enjoy your warp speed. Yes, it is. And now, one of the coolest parts of Merlin View is there is another awesome trail branching off Merlin View, another blue rated trail. All of these trails, by the way, are blue rated today, we are talking about, and that trail is called Crestel. If you want to have an epic ridgeline adventure where you can see the prairies on one side and you can see the Rocky Mountains on the other side, then you must ride Crestel. This trail branches off around the top of Merlin's View, and I do recommend that you in and out this trail. This trail is quite technical with a bit of traversing up and down climbing, but my God, is it good. Now, I do recommend you in and out this trail because if you go right down to the bottom of this trail, it's going to be a really difficult climb back out. And if you want to get right down to the bottom, you are a far way away from everything. So I do recommend you in and out this trail, and you stop kind of at the last hill, check your trail forks, and then that way you can just enjoy it, come back, bomb down Merlin View, and what a sick ride that will be for you. It's got the views, it's got the speed, it's got the tech, it's got the flow, it has got everything. Alrighty, the other must-ride ride here is on the other side of the parking lot, and that is Strange Brew. Now, to access Strange Brew, you are going to climb up the Ranger Summit. So, the Ranger Summit, kind of a tough climb, but definitely worth it once you get on these trails. Now, before Strange Brew, you have a few options to lengthen your ride and lengthen your fun. If you want something a little more rooty, rocky, Bragg Creek style techie, you got Sugar Mama or the slightly less technical Sugar Daddy. Both those trails are kind of meh. I've ridden them before. They're kind of fun, but they're going to take you a long way down and you'll have a long climb out. The better option in my books is the Berm-Filled Beast Flow Trail, Snakes and Ladders. Once again, these are all blue rated trails. So what I recommend to you is take Snakes and Ladders. This trail is just a berm-filled beast. Got some little drops, some little boots on it. It'll take you down to the bottom where you can decide to climb back out to Strange Brew like I do, or you can finish it, climb back out, and you'll be at the other side of the network. I like to just get to the bottom, climb back out, and then I'm ready to bomb down Strange Brew. With that being said, if you are climbing down that portion, please give the right of way to downhill bikes smashing the berms. It's kind of wide open, so you can see them coming. So please be aware of that, because they're going to be coming down the very trail you just bombed down. Anyway, Snakes and Ladders, much better option than Sugar Mama or Sugar Daddy. And Snakes and Ladders is just a brilliant berm-filled flow trail. So much fun. You'll be down quick. It's a massive climb out. This place is full of massive climbs. It is just ridiculous. So anyways, once you come out of Snakes and Ladders, which I do suggest, you will be on to Strange Brew. Man, Strange Brew is one of the best trails ever. This trail is a techie trail with some flow sections. No features to note, but you know what? You can boot off all the routes. I love getting air off of all of these routes. So even if there's no features, you can make your own air time just booting off these routes. This trail is a high-speed ripper. Got some climbs in between, which just adds to more fun. Strange Brew, highly recommended blue trail. What a great trail that is. And then after Strange Brew, you have Boundary Ridge, which is more of the same high-speed fun that will take you right down to the parking lot. My God. Both these are really fun rides, so whether you're focusing on Merlin's View and Crestel, or whether you're focusing on Strange Brew and Boundary Ridge and Snakes and Ladders, you cannot go wrong. That is why I recommend you spend at least 2 days, because, you know, a beast of a human being can do all this in one day, but that is a lot. I like to do Merlin View and Crestel one day, and then I like to do Strange Brew and Snakes and Ladders the next day. That way your legs are fresh if you even want to do a third day of riding in Moose Mountain, which we will discuss later. Anyways, my friends, those of you looking for a good XC journey should ride the Ridgeback Trails, which are more blue-rated trails. I believe there is a 4-part series, the Ridgeback. These trails go up and down and up and down, and they are a mix of machine-built and hand-built. Got some more flowy sections, lots of roots and rocks in your typical Bragg Creek style. Anyways, my friends, Bragg Creek is a great place for intermediate riders. Not the best place for the downhilling and enduro crowd, even though you can get some top speed there. It's just kind of devoid of trail features. So this is what you might kind of call a more classical mountain biking mountain. When I think of that place, I'm like, this is where mountain biking started. This is mountain biking in its purest form, raw, rough, old school, natural trails, views everywhere. What a beautiful day it is on 2 wheels. So make sure when you're driving down your Trans-Canada Highway headed into BC, you stop by Bragg Creek, one of the coolest trail centers in all of Alberta, and just a freaking paradise. Views everywhere, high-speed rippers, roots and rocks. You will absolutely love it. Yes, my friends. All right, then. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. I hope to see you out on the trails in Bragg Creek when I will be going warp speed. Say hello. Yes, my friends. Peace and lots of love. And I am out, hey.